With two anchors. Okay, the anchors go around the foot and around the foot. Okay, so you want to start below the ankle bump, but above the arch of the foot and behind the bump of the big toe. Just lay it on, no tension. Really important that when you come round that you stop no closer than a finger's breadth from the toe, because if you come too close, as you put your foot down, the tape will pull the toe out. Okay, so that's about right there. Okay, you don't want to get any creases because creases can get sweat in them, and then sweat will cause blisters. Okay, but this one can come forward right to the knuckle because it's not going to pull the foot open. Now, the foot's not circular, so if I just follow that tape around, see how it doesn't go straight? Yeah. So it's not going to meet up. So what you want to do is make sure it meets up. So just lay it across the top of the foot, and then let it follow its own pathway around. Okay. It will meet up on the bottom. Okay. Yeah. So that's your two anchors. That just gives the tape something to hold to. All right. So now you're going to do your action strips, the thing that actually performs the role. Okay. Now, when you're walking, and sometimes when you're running, okay, you'll be a heel striker. If you're a mid-foot striker, it doesn't matter. The strapping tape. The strapping technique is the same. So you always go from the outside of your heel towards your big toe as you're walking. Okay, so if you can remember that, then you'll understand how to do this. Okay? Because if you strike on the outside of the heel, that means you need to turn the heel inwards. Yeah. And if you push off the big toe, it means you have to turn the forefoot outwards. Okay. Okay. The rear foot is everything behind the bump on the side of your foot. Okay. That's roughly halfway. Okay, so there's a big bump right there. Okay. Yep. Which is that long bone where it comes to its base. Okay. Behind that's your heel, in front of that's your forefoot. Okay. For your heel, you always strap with the ankle at 90 degrees. For the forefoot, always strap with the toes on the ground and the heel up. Okay. Okay. So we start on the outside, because if we want to turn the heel in, we have to pull from the outside to the inside. Okay. Okay. So start from the outside, put the tape underneath your foot, no tension, and then put your foot down flat, because we want the tension to be put on with the ankle at 90 degrees. Okay. Tear the tape, pull it up, stick it down. Okay. The strength of the tape is at its best if you have a 50% overlap. Okay. So you see how the edge of the tape there is in the middle of the next piece of tape? Yep. Okay. So it's a 50% overlap. Same thing. Put the ankle at 90 degrees and then tug it up. And just keep working your way forward until the front edge of the tape hits that base. Okay. Really essential that you don't put the tension on until the ankle's at 90 degrees, because what happens is it means that now this tape will only pull when I'm on my heel. As soon as I come up to here, it becomes loose. Okay. Okay. Now you'll see I'm coming slightly above the tape, but I'm still below the bump there. Yeah. We'll clean that edge up in a minute, okay? Okay. But you don't want to come up above that ankle bump. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is the last one for here, because there's the bump there for me. Yep. So the front edge is on it. Okay, some tension on there. Now, onto the forefoot. We want to turn it out, which means we're going to start from the inside. Still a 50% overlap. And we're going to pull outwards. Okay. Okay.
So in for the heel and then out for the...
Correct. Okay, give it a tug. Okay, now I could come probably one more piece of tape forward. Okay. Okay. Now you'll notice that all of a sudden this has become really tight because the action strips have pulled on it. Yep. Okay. So that would hurt your foot if you went around on that. Okay. So we need to adjust that in a second. But so that's the action strips on. Yeah. So now we put our anchors on again. Yeah. Okay. Just a loose one. So exactly the same as we started with. So they just tie everything down, and because it ties it down, it gives it strength. Okay. So you can see I've picked up those edges and now they're all tidied up, but they're also held down. Okay. It's even tighter now. See how my foot's getting compressed through here? Yep. So now what you do is tear through that middle section, open it up, and just lay it down gently.
Okay.
Okay, and you'll get a gap.
Yep.
Okay. Really important you have that gap, because when you put your foot on the ground, your foot expands anyway.
Yep.
And when you run, it swells.
Okay.
Okay, it's a natural process to swell. So if you have it on too tight, it's going to crush your foot.
Okay.
So now you just get a short strap. The first time we did the ankle, we went right around the foot.
Yep.
Now we're just going to lay it on from the inside. No tension, with a bit of a gap. So see how it's loose with my foot off the ground?
Yep.
I put my foot on the ground and it takes that tension
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Just pat it down.